Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the raid event with high, mid, and low teams, the weekly preview for Glacial Peaks week, the Underspire, SOULFORGE, event key drop table, Glory Shop, TRAITSTONE, etc. So yeah, it's the weekly preview, it's Monday, it's the new week. Did you guys get everything done? I still want to do the accountability thing. I'm trying to think of ways to do it. I just haven't really got in there and tried things yet. I was almost going to make it like a flow chart. Like, you know, did you do your XP booster? Yes or no? If yes, move to the next one. You know? Did you do adventure board? If yes, move to the next one. If no, do your adventure board. Yeah. Did you do your dungeon? Yes or no? If yes, move to the next one. If no, do your dungeon. Something like that. Or like a Excel spreadsheet where you just check stuff out. I don't know. I'd have to do it like every single day though, because it's different every day. It's similar, but there's like at least one different thing every day. So then you gotta do a little bit of certain things every day too. So I don't know how. I'm still thinking about it, but that's an idea, a harebrained idea that won't happen for 6 months, just like other things. All these other ideas, the one-on-one stuff that I've been talking about for 2 years that I've never done. You know. Well, you know. Sometimes I'll have an idea and I'll just do it the next day, and sometimes it takes 2 years. So I don't know. We'll see. Depends if I have time, if I get a wild hair. Stuff like that, which I doubt I'm going to have time to do anything new in the next 2 or 3 months. So we're looking at 2025-ish, except for like the puzzle quest thing, and like the game after the new account playthrough is probably guaranteed, and then everything we're already doing is guaranteed. But as far as other new things, probably just puzzle quest 3 for now, and then whatever's after that. And I don't even know what's after that yet. We know that's next, and then once we're doing that, I'll figure out what's after that. But setting up the stream here, and I'll put in a chapter so you can skip all this stuff. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know, please. I see Mark and Sana so far. The Knights of the Round Table sitting down in their chairs. Might as well be to the left and to the right at the moment. You know, some people have pretty good chairs. They just don't always sit in them. So, when they're not here, yeah. The more and more Sana and Mark sit in those chairs, the more that they make them theirs. Alright, let's go. Gems of where I put? Gems of Wart? Gems of Wart. For real. Gems of Wart for real. Alright, come on, you stupid idiot. Do you not... Putting in the name of the game. I selected it. There it is, save. Okay, so yeah, raid event teams, it is raid, right? Let's go check it out. Pretty sure. Raid boss, little owl. Okay, I think I got everything that I wanted to do. We got the thumbnail, but give it like 5 minutes before you share it if you don't mind, because sometimes it takes a minute to actually change, even on my stuff. Looks like it changed to me, but you never know until... I don't know. But getting stuff set up here, give me like 1 or 2 minutes, and I'll be ready. And then I'll put a chapter. I hurt my leg! I don't know, sometimes he cracks me up, dude. That's funny. I don't know why I'm still talking about it, because it was funny, and I was actually laughing, and I had fun. That's why. I hurt my leg. Nobody's gonna know what that is except for maybe Sana. you gotta follow all the deep lore of the channel. Where we went after the stream yesterday, pretty much. It was fun. It was fun. If you trust me and you like hang in there, I guarantee it. You gotta trust me and hang in there. Most of y'all are patient, so that's why you're still around here listening to my old butt. Alright, I'm ready to go. Did everybody hit like? I think you did. I would have to say you probably did. I'm gonna put it in live chat I think I'll try live chat. Yeah. Alright, so next thing would be the chapter, which is going to be raid start. So I'll get that ready to go. And yeah, let's play the game. Ah, my controller. This controller is butt. The battery dies in like literally 10 minutes or something, even if it's fully charged. I need to get my other one back. Donna said it was hilarious, yep. Yeah, I think I'm ready now. You could probably share it out. I would say hopefully it's changed by now. But yeah, we got the raid boss. Let's look at the timer, which is 6 minutes. I'll put 6:15 and we will go. Allie's here. Alright, raid event. High, mid, and low. Raid boss. Help your guild close the portals this week. Use troops from a kingdom, glacial peaks, and daily battles to defeat the raid boss. Let's go to that after I get my tribute. Man, I wanted to start early today. I don't know what I'm doing today. I tried to wake up early. I couldn't sleep last night. It's like every other night I can't sleep. I don't know what's up with that. Let me grab this stuff. How'd you guys do last week? I got my Underspire done. I got my faction event done. Believe it or not, on my main account. And I got to floor 26-ish on the Tower of Doom. So I got everything done. I just didn't go crazy or anything. And I was tired, and it was late last night that I was finishing up. I think it was the faction was the last thing I was doing, like Tinkertown. And I was, like, falling asleep. I got it done, though. Like, all the way done. I didn't slack or anything. But I was falling asleep, literally, while I was finishing. And I changed to the High King Irongut Zul'Goth team towards the end, because I was getting fed up with the guard's avatar not one-shotting and all that towards the end. No. Rambo the like button. Always keep my controller wired. Yeah, me too. That's what I got going on right now. Yep. Did all your things? Good job. And you crushed it in the Tower of Doom. Thank you for that. Mark finished Underspire. 260,000 VP. Nice. And you got Starry Pet. Ooh, another one to 500. That's good. Alright, raid event. So, you know what's up with this, right? It's kind of similar to an invasion. The only difference is, during the raid, there's a raid boss instead of a tower. There's only one of them instead of 4 of them eventually. You only really need one of the special troop, the event troop, the captain, because there's only going to be one boss, unless it's like an amazing troop or something. But the difference between invasion and raid is just the amount of things, pretty much. So, the amount of the captain that you need, and the amount of special enemies that there are. So there's less in raid. There's just less. You only need one, and there's one boss instead of 4. So let's go to the shop first thing, smoking, and we're going to buy up to the weapon. Because that's like what most people are going to do. Even my new account is probably going to buy up to the weapon. It's like to that point. You know, around level 500 or so, I would say. Once you get past 500, once you got all your kingdom quests done, you're probably going to be at the point where you're buying up to the weapon in every guild event. And probably single player events. So we're going to do that here for sure, because this is the main account. And we have the Moon Shard. Explode blue gems, grant a random status effect to all Glacial Peak allies, then summon a Glacial Peaks troop. So it's one of those. It would be nice if you could have all of those, basically. Because you're going to use them here and there. Definitely grab that. And then we got to think about fully ascending this troop here. So I'd love to only spend about that much on this event if possible. So I'll probably use some orbs. Not sure what my new account's going to do. My new account might have to buy up further, or... because I don't know if I want to use orbs, but this might be a situation where you would. And now you have to decide for yourself, how many blue orbs do you got? Versus how many gems you got. Whichever one you're more comfortable with. If you're comfortable with your gem stack, you could spend up more in the shop, and if you're comfortable with your blue orbs, you could use blue orbs. But let's find this troop here. It's the Owl. And we're going to upgrade it. And I'm probably just going to use 2 blue orbs. I'd rather... I have so many. Like, on this main account, I have nothing to do with these orbs. So it's pretty much saving... They're saving me gems at this point. Because I could buy it further in the shop to get more copies of the captain to further ascend it, right? but since I have an overabundance of orbs on this main account, I might as well use them for something to save myself some gems. Is the way I'm thinking about it. We just need one copy, so now it's fully ascended now. We just have to do this now. Allie says, I've only been doing Underspire to the set of rewards with the Vault Key and stacking up lanterns. Didn't have time for Underspire, sadly. PvP took a lot of time on 2 accounts. I didn't think I would either, so I feel you. Somehow I fit it in. I was like, struggling though. I was crawling to the finish line. Okay, so this thing is 12 blue-yellow Glacial Peaks Fey Beast. Deal damage to an enemy if they're a boss. Blah, blah, blah. Convert 3 purple gems to freeze gems. So pretty much nothing. It's just going to kill the boss. But you got to use it. And then we got to look for other troops. Early on, we're just want to go fast. We might change the team later, or sometimes it doesn't change. Like, I was using the same exact team I showed you on last Monday for the Underspire. It worked all the way through. But then with the Tinkertown faction event, I did change my team at the very tail end of it. So you got to kind of... Because I will say, like, okay, I might switch to High King Irongut. Maybe we should use Glacial. True damage to 5 random enemies boosted by frozen enemies. If used in Winter's Reach, deal double damage. So it hits multiple enemies for true damage. That's always nice. Got Saphirax here. Damage to all enemies boosted by blue gems. And... got Daughter of Time. Got Daughter of Ice. Might be one of those that's tough for the lower level players. But most people should have Glacial, right? I think even my baby account might have it, or else is getting it very soon. So I think a lot of people should have Glacial. It's almost like a low-level team. We'll shoot Glacial over there. Alright, so we got the raid killer, the boss killer. We got Glacial doing damage to 5 random enemies, true damage. How upgraded is mine? Alright, I just got the first trait. So mine's probably not even as upgraded as yours is. I'm betting a lot of y'all have yours way more upgraded than me. And we're probably going to need a weapon here. I mean, I pretty much always put a hero on my team, so you don't have to worry about that. But so far we got blue and yellow and purple. So can we find a weapon that uses a different color than all that? We got a Fey, and we have a Fey Beast. So, with Glacial Peaks, it's Frost Mage, I think. Does Frost Mage have a 50% start? Could check it. I always forget. Like, I know a lot of them that do, but some of them I forget. Yeah, it does. Cool. So we could use Frost Mage and use, like, one of those weapons that make you use an entire team of Frost Mage or Glacial Peaks or something. Boreal Crystal doing green, making a green storm, I think. We have no green so far, so I don't know about that. Got the Ice Sapphire blowing up blue. It's using green and red. Which so far we don't have any green or red. That might be cool. Kind of liking that so far. Ooh, it's got an Ice Storm too. I might go with that. What's Moonshard do? Let's upgrade it. No Ice Storm. Okay. So if you don't have Ice Sapphire, you might have to use the Moonshard, but I think Ice Sapphire is going to be better because it's blowing up blue, it's using 2 colors we're not using yet, and it makes a blue storm. We're going to put that up top, I guess. We just need one more thing. Glacial is probably pretty good for... Saphirax uses the same exact colors as Glacial. We got King of the Ravens. Same thing. Why do they make all their mythics use the same exact... Look at that! That's ridiculous. Except for Ulor. You guys see this? Blue, yellow, purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of those use the same exact colors. That's annoying. You might want to use, like, these 3. But it's hard to use them when they all use the same exact color. That's stupid. Like, I would like to use Saphirax and Glacia, or King of the Ravens and Glacia, but they all use the same exact color, and they all have need tons of mana, so it's not like you're gonna just overcome the using the same colors. It sucks. And you got Ulor, who's not gonna help you kill anything, he's just gonna help you not die, which we're not gonna die right now, so we don't need him. Maybe we just do some more mana generation, like maybe Daughter of Ice. Got Daughter of Time. Could put some yellow up there and then blow it up. I feel like we need a quicker start, though. Let's type in Empowered. Or Empower. It's just her. Red gems to blue, Conjure an Ice Storm. So that'll help you with the, if you have the Moon Shard instead of the, other one. I think this is probably what everybody's doing. If I had to guess. Something like this. Okay, we're using Frost Mage, or we don't have to though, right? Because we don't have to. And now we have a Blue Storm. We already had one with the weapon. We don't have to use Frost Mage, basically. Unless we want the buff. We have a couple purple things. I guess I'll just use it. I'll just use Frost Mage for now. Alright, Banner. Got 2 blue, we got 2 yellow, we got 2 purple, but that doesn't matter because one of them is empowered, so we're probably going to want to definitely have blue. And we got red, green, blue, yellow, purple. We can minus brown. Blue, yellow, minus brown's pretty good. But blue, green to get that weapon up, maybe. So if you don't have this Warband banner, use this Frostfire banner. So I've already given you 2 substitutions. The Moon Shard, if you don't have Ice Sapphire, and the Frostfire banner if you don't have the Assassin's banner. I think this is what's going to be the high-level team, especially the early high-level team. Just to wipe them out as quickly as we can. Get further in. Right, let me put a chapter in. Sana with the gifted, thank you so much. It's going to help me move. It's my birthday month. All that stuff. So I super appreciated this month because it's going to go towards helping me move and making that a smooth transition. You played and met all your Puzzle Quest 3s? Wow. You're doing a lot of stuff. Allie says, have only been doing Underspire. I mean, that's good. Do at least, that's the bare minimum, and you're doing the bare minimum, so that's fine. Everybody has to do that. Like, you have to go to kindergarten before you go to first grade. You have to go to first grade before you go to second grade. You have to go to second grade before you go to third grade. You pretty much have to, like, first you collect your torch. That's kindergarten. You know, and then first grade is going to be, you know, doing the bare minimum, going to the second boss. You know, third grade might be going to the 4th boss or something. Buying just the first torch. Or whatever. And then you eventually make it to where you're going to the 7th boss every week. Yeah, it's hard to... Time is, you know, valuable and not there. Vishal is here. He says, what I'm trying is the event weapon, event troop, saga, and skady. So I'm going to have to try something else for my low-level team, so maybe I'll keep that in mind. Frost Mage class and appropriate banner. Allie's Glacia is level 21. Jeez Louise. Sana with the gifted, thank you again. Went to Dre Santi. That is definitely a person we've seen before. And yeah, it's helping me move. And it's my birthday month. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mark says I got Ulor in chest a month ago. Never used yet. Doesn't look that good. It's real defensive. It does stuff that's gonna, I think, right? Doesn't it like steal magic and... I don't know. He just isn't... He's not gonna make anything quicker. That's for sure. Ulor. He's not horrible. He eliminates attack from the first 2 enemies, and then magic from the last 2 enemies, and then he drains all mana from the 2 strongest. So that's none of that has anything to do with making the fight faster. It kind of just helps you not lose. Freeze and Fairy Fire, you could Fairy Fire, I guess, but that's the only, an entire mythic just a Fairy Fire. Like, I don't know. Maybe if you got nothing else going on and no other way to fairy fire, maybe. But most of his card is just to make it so you don't lose. Pizza time! Alright, let's put a chapter in for this high-level team. Which I'm going to say raid. High. Fast. Early. Because you know, I mean, what else are we going to use later, though? Maybe like King of the Ravens with Daughter of Time, just to make sure. But right now, this looks like the way to go. And we got 21-minute mark. Jeez Louise. I'm just blabbering. Let's fight. Smashing that like button helps too. Thank you so much. Moving month, birthday month, smash that like button. Give me a birthday present. Smash that like button. I should have checked this. We got it. Boom. Bang. We're using the captain, fully ascended, fully traded, all that good stuff. Because you pretty much have to these days. Tower of Doom is the weapon. Raid event is the raid captain. Invasion event is the tower killer. Yeah. World event's the medal. It's usually something you have to do. There we go. Daughter of Ice doing work. Glacial knocking them down. Sana said Immortal Glacial, Ice Sapphire, Boss Killer, and King of the Ravens, Frost Mage. We got this. Now we have this. And now we have that. First turn kills. Alright, like one more with this team. You get the gist. And then we'll try to make... Like I said, Glacial, this might as well be the high and the mid. Because I think most people are going to have Glacial. So I think I'm probably just going to make one other team for people that don't have Glacial, pretty much. Sometimes we do that when teams are like... We know most people have this. It just is what it is. Like, how many of y'all out there don't have... You would have to, like, not touch PvP, pretty much, to not have Glacial. Like, my new account's probably... I forget if it has it or not. I'm gonna have to look. I'll let y'all know tomorrow. But I'm thinking most people can do this team. If you don't have Ice Sapphire, use the Moon Shard. If you don't have that banner, use the Frostfire Keep banner. Mark, to the man that has the same birthday as me. Yeah, we have the same birthday, me and Mark. Probably almost on the same exact day. Maybe just a few years later for me. A couple years younger, probably. Alright, let's go. What's next? So let's pop off Glacial. At least. And let's see, if you don't have any mythics... I'm thinking if you have King of the Ravens and you have Saphirax, most likely you also have Glacial. I just think that's reality. Unless you're just avoiding PvP at all costs. That would be the only way you wouldn't have Glacial, I think, as a mid-level player. Which would mean you're like level, 1,000 or so. We're not talking about my new account, who's still like a beginner. Which now we're going to make a team for that. Which I think a good idea would be either... We got Frost Feather. That's a legendary, though, so never mind. Hey, there's another... Oh, it's a tower killer. Oops. There's another boss killer right there. Not that you need double boss killer, but... Okay, Moon Feather, Mirror Knight, Ice Golem, Grimoire. Rook. Maybe Saga. At least it hits all enemies, I guess. Ooh, it's got an Ice Storm. Saga? Here's another tower. Oh, it's a tower. Never mind. Frost Archer. Seems like Saga's pretty much the only thing. You might even have to cast it twice. eventually. Alright, let's try this. Should I use the same weapon? We got green. We can look at the weapons just to see. Okay, we got green and blue and yellow. Can we do a weapon that doesn't use any of that? Got red and yellow. That might be better for this team just because we already have an ice storm in multiple places. I'm gonna do the moon shard for this one. You also have this orb of winter if you does 60 damage to all enemies. Which isn't quite as much as this one, but for some reason you don't have Saga. Could do Orb of Winter and maybe Daughter of Time or something. I'm gonna go with this though. The banners still work. We got 2 blues and 2 yellows. Two blue, 2 yellow, minus brown, that's fine. Yellow, blue, minus red. Okay, I think that's our only option. Be Frostfire Banner. Let's see how this goes. It's not going to be as powerful as the Glacial team, but maybe it'll work. You're an old fart. Hey, you're winning. You're winning. Alright, so raid, mid, early. And that's how I gotta frame it, because I can't say for sure what's gonna work on Sunday, but this is what's coming to mind. And a lot of the time it still does work on Sunday. Making these from scratch live, with no cuts, no edits, no copy pasting. Gotta give me a little bit of leeway. Keep it in mind that I'm making them from scratch with no edits, no copy pasting. Alright. So, we don't have the conversion. Let's grab this and that. I wonder what medals I have on. I don't even know. Should probably have on all Nisha. Nope. Whoops. Alright, try it again. So you might have to cast Saga twice later. And you could even, like, put something else in first slot. Maybe Saga. But you don't really want her dying. But you also, if something starts to die, you might want to summon. So, I don't know. Just something to mention. So grab some green. We don't have our conversion. That bang bang. Boogie. Boreal Crystal. Yeah, it's cool, but it like does that green storm. Which is fine, I guess, with Saga. That might be cool. I was kind of going for more of a blue storm, because we got 2 things using blue. We only got 1 thing using green, but yeah, Boreal Crystal's not bad. I like it. I think it does to Elemental, too, so like this one's giving you more buffs as well. Some things are still good, like if you check this, not an Elemental, right? And then Glacia was not an Elemental. Immortal Glacia. So I'm just like showing you the best weapon, not every weapon. Like a Boreal Crystal would be good still if you have it. You don't have these other things. But with this one, you know, you're getting a buff to Glacial Peaks allies. Glacial Peaks, Glacial Peaks, Glacial Peaks. With the Boreal Crystal, you just get a buff to Elemental, and we have no Elemental. But it would still work, it just wouldn't be... This is slightly better, probably. Is all. Boreal Crystal's a good weapon. You almost can't go wrong with it. Unless your entire team's like blue, purple. Definitely want some green on your team if you're doing the a Boreal Crystal. And you do got Saga for this team. Alright, like one more, and you get the gist. And just stay tuned and ask, hey, I want to see raid again. Or I want to see raid again. Like tomorrow say, hey, show us some more raid. Or Friday say, hey, show us some more raid. And keep me honest here. Maybe we can see if the teams are still working or not. Maybe Saturday say, hey, how's your raid team doing? Sometimes I'll leave it on the low-level team. I don't really care. I'll just use this until it stops working. Then I'll switch. Too lazy to switch it. And we got to the boss at least. I like that heart. That's pretty cool. You see the spell art? This whole thing has cool art. The owl is nice. The spell is cool. That frozen heart. It's got some red, pink in there. Pretty sweet. What's Saga's? See, that's... Look at that. That's just nothing. That's boring. This one's not as boring. Pretty cool. What about her? See, boring again. Alright, there you go. So I did a pretty much high, mid, and then I did a low level. Sometimes I don't feel like we need 3 whole teams. Alright, what have y'all been saying? Most of y'all are old farts. You're winning! Pizza Time says Glacial on top and Queen Beatrix Wand of Stars, and I think Possessed King works really good. I don't think you can use all that. We're doing the raid event right now, so... But for, like, other teams, yeah, that'd be good. Like, for example, Queen Beatrix isn't in the restriction here for this event. Mark says, get to use Glacial and Underspire should help this week. Pizza Time says, almost got 4K diamonds, but already have all the mythics and SOULFORGE and don't think anything worth getting second of. Probably not. The only ones that are worth getting multiples of, we already know. I should probably make a video about that. Video idea. Don't tell the snake oil salesman. Don't tell nobody. But, Ironhawk, right? Of course. Ironhawk. Multiples of that. And then you got Eye of Argus. You got Takshaka. Maybe the new mythic you would get 2, maybe. The new guy. And that's about all I can think of at the moment off the top of my head. There might be like 5. You could probably do a top 5 or something. But there isn't more than 5. There's pretty much only like 5 mythics you would want multiples of. And Ironhawk is the main one. And then Takshaka. And then Eye of Argus is like further down. You don't use him that often, but he's pretty good if you have 3 of them, just like the Great Worm type of thing. And then that new mythic, if you have the resources, if you have a ton of keys, maybe you would get 2 of them or something, but that's not a SOULFORGE thing right now. That's a random, that's a key thing. Which I probably should go get a second one just to make sure I have it. Still not saying it's good or replaced anything awesome. I just feel like sometimes it could do what Takshaka does if you are like doing something. I don't know when the situation is for real, because most of the time sometimes I want to cast Takshaka, but you know, there might be a situation for it, so it's worth mentioning. Overall, Takshaka's probably better just because of the spell and true damage, but the cool third trait, basically. Alright, that was raid event. Hopefully, I helped you out there. Just save up those diamonds, Pizza Time. Just keep waiting. You get, whatever you want will be there eventually if you just keep waiting. Sana says I got a Boreal Crystal if you don't have it yet. Oh, get a Boreal Crystal, right. Need to be done by Friday, says Ali. Yeah, hoard them up. Vault is incoming. You're right. Most things you need to do... Most things this week you should try to get done by Thursday night / Friday morning so you can do the Vault event. Boreal Crystal costs less mana and summons, explodes. Yeah, it's good with like Forest Troll, Queen Beatrix, anything that wants a bunch of green. Classics here, what's up? Do the same to get more Vow Ravens. Scarfade, it's been a long time, man. We had Goody too. We had Goody in here the other day, and now we got Scarfade. Nice. People are coming out of the woodworks. Appreciate it. Good to see ya. Now I know you're not in a ditch somewhere. Alright, yeah, let me put a timestamp, then we'll do the weekly preview. I'm going to try to blaze it, but when I say that, it still takes 2 hours. Weekly preview / SOULFORGE. Will my new account get a mythic it has the diamonds, or will it continue to wait? We will answer that question shortly. And I'll put the mythics in order, and the legendaries. Even if they all suck, I'll still do it. Mystical Goons! New ultra rare troop, Fey Dragoon. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Raid Boss, help your guild close the portals this week. Use troops from a kingdom Glacial Peaks in daily battles to defeat the Raid Boss. New mythic troop, Pharaoh Cafru, exclusive to Glory Gym Guild and VIP chests for 1 week only. Still available until Friday. He's the only mythic in there until Friday at reset. If you're a high-level player, maybe get a couple of them. If you're a mid-level player, maybe get one. If you're a low-level player, maybe skip it. The Frostbound Sword, the campaign has started. New rewards every week. Don't miss out. 13 days left, just 2 weeks. We got Week of Glacial Peaks. All Glacial Peaks troops gain 10% of skills. Week of Fey. All Fey gain 10% of their skills. And bonus souls. Use the Fey Dragoon and PvP and Explorer to gain 40 souls. Probably should have grabbed that guy before I made my teams, but I forgot. So, whatever. I don't think he's great anyway. Sauna with the gift that went to Jonathan Comback, another person that we've seen before. Nice. Scarfade's got the day off, been working and going to concerts. Ooh, cool. Classic said, same dude is at those Giants all the time, 7 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m. He's always there. Oh, man, that sucks. Oh, man. You might not be here tomorrow, so that's another one for... Okay, running out there. Thank you so much. Green Day? Okay. Hold up that mask. American Idiot. I've been watching the news. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that's news. Alright, SOULFORGE. What do we have? Let's look at the mythics first. You got Ketris the Bull, Stonehammer, Pan, and Flaming Oni. Man. So on my new account, you could say, hey, you said with your first 5 mythics you could reward yourself, but I feel like you should at least get one top 10 before you reward yourself. Like, don't reward yourself first. So, I could get Flaming Oni to reward myself. It is like a top 20 mythic, but I'm probably going to just stay patient and not do that. I'm just going to keep waiting, keep saving, because it's like a top border. It's towards the bottom of the top 20, Flaming Oni. It's not a top 10 mythic anymore. But it's really good. I like it. And it's probably the best one in here. Yeah, it's the best one. So you got Flaming Oni, top 20 mythic. 22 green, red, browns, Asian, Damon, Goblin. Summon 3 random goblins, then explode a bunch of green gems and gain an extra turn. Summon a firestorm at the start of battle. He's just like, I don't know. Good mana generator. Summons a really good typing, and then has an extra turn. So he's nice he's nice to throw on the bottom of your team when you don't know what else to do. He's kind of like a possessed king, but a little bit better. He's kind of, you know, he's one of those. He's like the John Stockton, or he's not going to be your Karl Malone or your Michael Jordan, but he might be your John Stockton or your Scottie Pippen. Probably more like a Dennis Rodman. Maybe not even Scottie Pippen, but you want him out there on the team. He's not the point guard. Pretty good. You should probably keep saving, though, if you're saving for top 10s. But he's the best one in there this week. We got Ketris, we got Stonehammer, and we got Pan. Jeez Louise. None of those are top 20s. Ketris used to be, so I guess I'll throw him a little bit of credit. He used to be a top 10. He used to be a top 20, and now he's not even a top 20. 22 green, red, brown, wild plains, divine Taurus. Deal splash damage to an enemy boosted by my attack, life, and armor. You can boost up your life or something like that and then make them hit pretty hard. But there's just so many other things in the games these days. You don't really use them much anymore, but it used to be really good. Got Stonehammer or Pan? Let's say you're probably going to use Pan a little bit more, which would just be every once in a while for certain restrictions, but overall, maybe Stonehammer's slightly better. But we're talking about average mythics now. So you could say Pan is better than Stonehammer, I probably wouldn't argue with you, or you could say Stonehammer is better than Pan, and I probably wouldn't argue with you. So we're arguing about average mythics at that point. 22 blue, yellow, brown, K-Zeal, Divine Dwarf, stun and burn all enemies, create a mix of 22 red and brown gems, gain life. It has that 80% skull reduction, which is pretty nice. Then you got Pan, it's just a damage dealer. It's like the rogue of the team. It's you know, doing a bunch of damage, but not really doing much else. And not even a lot. Like, it's not doing true damage, it's not... But 24 green, yellow, brown, Pan's Veil, Wildfolk Beast, deal damage to 3 random enemies, and knock them... It's not even like 4 enemies either, so... And then it has no good traits. It's one of those. They put a bunch of those in at the same time. It's just mythics that do damage to multiple enemies. But knock them to the back, who cares? It's not even 4 enemies. It has no good traits. No, not great. It's the worst one in the SOULFORGE right now. Probably. You know, it's competing with Stonehammer for the worst. But yeah, if you're gonna, like, you had to get a mythic for some reason, get Flaming Oni. If you already have Flaming Oni and you had to get a mythic for some reason, get Ketris next. Alright, legendaries. We got King Averlorn. Or Aerie. Chernabog. And Volfire Hunter. They're all kind of decent. But nothing crazy. Remember, you should probably only get Tesla. Because you want to save up for mythics. But we had the 50% start for elves. We have a storm that you don't see very often. We have a brown storm at the start of every single turn. And then we have probably the worst one here, but true damage to an enemy and then splash damage. So that'd be the last one I'd recommend. But it does have ice armor. It's decent too, but probably the last one you would get out of those legendaries. I would say if you don't have Chernabog, I'd probably use him the most. So we'll say he's the best legendary in the SOULFORGE this week. 14 purple, brown, Hellcrag, Daemon Construct. Create 10 brown gems, explode a bunch of gems. Conjure a dust storm when my turn begins. And 50% skull reduction. So that brown storm will go the whole fight. Because it's going to happen at the start of every single turn. It's called a perpetual storm. And then you got probably King Averlorn for that 50% elf start. Plus he does hit all enemies and summon. So he's one of those 50% starts that's also decent. You know, you got like Essentia, who's terrible. It just 50% starts dragons, and then its spell is poopy. At least this thing can help a little bit if you run into trouble. And it's also 50% starting things like Arachnean Weaver. That'd be number 2. Number 3 is Orrery for that Star Storm. It does hit all enemies. It does a little bit of mana generation. Just kind of okay. I remember when it came in the game. And then you got Volfire Hunter as last. Still not bad, though. It's like above average. 16 blue-red Valpakia War Gare Elemental. Choose one. Deal true damage to an enemy boosted by blue gems, or deal splash damage to an enemy boosted by blue gems. It has gain 3 mana when matching 4 or more gems. It has 65% skull reduction. It starts with 25% mana. So, solid legendary, but we just gotta wait for like Tesla or Mythics. You'll get this thing with keys. Random keys, probably. So don't waste your diamonds. Alright, Moonshard, you should get through the event. Not here, but maybe there's one person out there that would get it here instead. Got Icebreaker. Nothing. Sword of Ice. Isn't that the weapon from the beginning of the game? Like you can choose between the hammer, the sword, and the axe, I think. I chose the hammer. The Raven Scepter. Interesting, but not used, really. Got Ice Sapphire, so that's blowing up blue. Grant a random status effect to all Glacial Peaks allies, then summon a Glacial Peaks troop. Might be good for this week, and you want to pretty much have all of those if you can. Tool for your tool belt, a Boreal Crystal. Probably a little bit better, like, overall. You should probably get this before you get the other one. Explodes green, and status effect for Elemental, and summon an Elemental. Which Elemental is a really good typing. Just random weapon there. Doomed Plunger. This one of those damage dealer, blue and purple for each Glacial Peak ally. You gotta make your entire team Glacial Peak, so you gotta use Frost Mage. Got Frost Staff. Silent Knight. So yeah, I would get a Boreal Crystal if you're gonna get any weapons. Probably. And then if you have the means, maybe the Ice Sapphire to, because, you know, I used it on, like, my team. But that's the SOULFORGE. Flaming Oni, a Boreal Crystal. TLDR. Alright, what have y'all been saying? Anita with the gifted. Thank you so much. Gonna help me move. Thank you for the birthday present. Patrick C. I think we know that person. At least they get a lot of gifteds. I don't know if I've seen them in the flesh, but... Steven Seagal. Scarfade says, third trait with new mythic with other daemons that explode a gem. Good on defense teams for mana. Zana says, King Averlorn is the best choice and a Boreal Crystal, in my opinion. Pizza Time says, yeah, that mythic was meh. Maybe if it costed less mana or had another great trait, would bump it up a grade. The Friday mythic. Yeah, I think I got it back up to like a B-. I keep going back and forth between a B- and a C+. I think like a high-level player should probably get 2 of them, but not everybody. Because you know how it goes. It's the difference between like a Phoenicia and a Diamantina, or a Diamantina and a Stellarix, or... whatever. You're like a marginal improvement. Are you going to go get 3 mythics or 2 mythics for a marginal improvement if you already have Takshaka? It's up to you. What's in the summoning stones? I don't know. Let's go look. I always forget that. Because mostly I recommend saving your jewels for weapons, but you could have like a leprechaun in here, which might be something people would want. You got Mercy. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like just Mercy, maybe, but you'll probably get her with keys. It's nice to look for, like, leprechauns and stuff, though. Empress with Ketris is nasty, but Empress with other things is nastier, you know? That's what's always going to happen. Empress with Stellarix is nasty. Empress with anything that hits all enemies is nasty. Ketris will never kill all the enemies at once, so... you could put anything else other than Ketris that actually hits all enemies, then use Empress on that instead, and you're going to kill all the enemies instead of only killing 3 of them. A lot of the time. I mean, I know I get your drift with the, no matter what Empress does to Ketris, it's going to help because he boosts off a life attack, and I see what you're saying there. So if you only have Ketris, it'd be cool. Sana says, Empress with Queen B equals awesome damage. Yeah, that's what I was saying, pretty much. Scarface says, Stonehammer with red Cosmetic Dragon, loopy loop, Stonehammer spell. Yeah, sometimes when he's looping, he is kind of fun. I just don't like the, tanky mythics. I think you can always do something else. Like Flaming Oni, for example. I'd probably rather use Flaming Oni than Stonehammer. Is there a half-mana starter for Daemon troops? I don't think so. Not yet, right? Philip Jenner says, oh, by the way, your advice on the trials was great. I made it a long ways and got really good rewards last night. Wish I had been working on it all weekend, though. That's on me for not reading it correct. You talking about the faction event? That's good. I definitely want to create King when I get home. I don't think I have red resources for Oni, sadly. It's not my birthday yet. Yeah. It's my birthday month. It's the whole month. No, I'm just kidding. Vault Weekend is coming. Yep. Wand of Stars and 3 of the same color Cosmic Dragon is fun, says Scarfade. Alright, let's do the next stuff, which is going to be Glory Shop business, campaign business, TRAITSTONE business, event key drop table business. Let's get that out of the way. It's a weekly preview. Alright, we got Glory Shop, TRAITSTONE, event key, ETC at the 51. This is one of those streams where I'm mostly talking about the game the whole time, so it's not one of those ranty, chatty streams, unfortunately, but that's going to be tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. There's always so much to talk about on Monday. Got Fey Dragoon. 14 blue, brown, Glacial Peaks, Fey Knight. It explodes all freeze gems, deals damage to an enemy boosted by gems exploded, has a 25% skull reduction, inflict frozen when doing skull damage, and it's immune to frozen. I don't see when you would ever use it, but it's another Glacial Peaks troop for you. We're getting Arcane Shield Traitstones. That's blue and brown, so let's go check out all the blue and brown troops you might be able to fully trait. My new account is looking at this. I looked at it last week, and I forget what the stone was. I'm trying to think, because there was a couple things I thought maybe I would. But then I decided against it. Can't remember at the moment. I'll probably think of it, but yeah, you got to look at these. That's what your glory's for. You know, you buy your spoils of war, and then you look at the trait stone. That's why you want to save your glory. Now you can buy this trait stone. You can buy as many as you want, then you can go trait some stuff. We got blue-brown. Something you might not think about unless somebody tells you to think about it. What do we got? Anything cool? Iron Hawk. You can't even use it without its third trait. So if it needs this stone, you better buy the stone if you don't have it fully traded. Leonis Tower has a couple cool things. Invulnerable, Stone Skin, Lion's Roar. Megavore, Death Below. Most of the time, if you're going to use this, it's for that. It's for that. Mistralis, Enchanted Wind. She's way better if she's fully traded. Mother of Darkness has a bleed. She doesn't really get used much anymore, but got Ferris Ra with the Necromaster. You would definitely not use him unless you had him fully traded, and you don't even use him with him fully traded. So, you got Stonehammer, so if you're getting him for some reason, you definitely want to fully trade him so you can have that Unbreakable. Which I'm not recommending, but you know, Ulor, Ancient Chill, Freeze and Fairy Fire. Vashtagon with the Curse of Madness. Like my new account got Vashtagon last week. Maybe I want to fully trade it, so I'll buy the trait stone in the Glory Shop. Emperor Corvash, stun a random enemy in 4 or 5 gym match. Anything else? Anything else? Forest Troll is nice to have fully traded just for the 33% and the entangle when they do skull damage. And so with your Gob Truffle team, I might do that. I don't know if I have them fully traded yet. I might go ahead and do that on my new account. Is she? No. Off the top of your head. Off the top of my head. I'm not gonna get them all, but I'm trying my hardest. Off the top of my head. Alright, I don't see anything else. Kind of a... not too much with this stone, but yeah. Everything I said. Forest Troll. Forest Troll. Emperor Corvash. Vashtagon. Ulor. Stonehammer. Ferris Ra. Mother of Darkness. Mistralis. Megavore. Ironhawk. Mostly Ironhawk. So that's the Traitstone that's available right now this entire week in the Glory Shop, that you can buy as many as you want with Glory. Now let's check out the event key drop table. It's Glacial Peaks. It's not a bad one, but it's not a top 3 either. So you got to kind of hang in there. Kind of depends who you are this week. Glacial Peaks. It might be a top 5, but it's not a top 3. And you only get so many event keys. I made a little rhyme for event keys. If you don't want to watch my video where I did the top 4 kingdoms for event keys and the bottom 4 kingdoms for event keys, I did a whole video on it. If you don't want to watch that video, just remember A to the Z, which is just A and Z. It's not all of them, but remember A to the Z, use event key. A to the Z, use event key. A to the Z, use event key. Just remember that. Because, look. A. Except for, you know, it's like the only... We're not talking about factions. The only kingdom that starts with A is Adana. And that's the best kingdom to use event keys in. And then at the bottom here, you got your Z's. Which you also got, like, Takshaka these days, but this is, like, an easy way to remember, like, the most of the ones. Look. Only 2 Z's. And they're both good. Especially Zalkari. So it's Donna, then Zalkari, then Zacian, maybe Mist of Scales for Takshaka. That's, like, the top 4. So, A to the Z, use event key. Adana, Zalkari, Zacian. That's at least in my opinion. And you gotta think about, like I said, Mist of Scales. Because of Takshaka. You know, you got Takshaka there, you got Venoxia there, you got Marilith there. It's decent. Then we have Glacial Peaks. Let's look at Glacial Peaks. That's what we're supposed to be talking about, and I went off on a tangent. I was trying to help. Remember that little rhyme and you'll be alright. Never use event keys otherwise. Until you get Tesla, Ironhawk, Tina, Bork, Racking Weaver, Proxy Avendra, Flaming Oni, High King Irongut. Until you have all those, don't do anything other than A to the Z, use event key. Except for maybe Takshaka, that's it. Alright. Glacial Peaks. These are what are available right now for event keys. So you got King of the Ravens. King of Ravens. He's pretty good. He's pretty loopy. He's hard to kill. He messes up the enemy team a lot. He's good on defense. He's good on offense. I really like him. I think he's pretty close to a top 10 mythic. If you do it a certain way. You know, you don't put 3 Ironhawks in there. You don't put every single dragon in there. You just like have one spot for certain things, and then you make a top 10. He might be like 11 or somewhere like that. He's pretty good. And then you got, you know, Borealis with that triple skull damage versus frozen enemies and that 65% ice armor. It's pretty fun. Daughter of Ice, the empowered converter there. You got Daughter of Time. Really good with King of Ravens. You know, I think that's it. So that's why it's not like a... You should really just do a Donna or Zalkari or something, or Mista Scales or Zacian, but... You know, King of Ravens, Daughter of Time, Borealis. It's not bad. Thought there was like one more, but not bad. So that's the event key drop table. What's next? Look at the campaign. I forgot to say what else was going on this week. It seemed the wargear who purchased the sword had become a great hero in his lifetime, and was revered by the Magrim tribes, but he had fallen to a Fey spirit. The spell pointed us on towards the Glacial Peaks, an area Tasiron knew well. Sorry, I just heard some RT making loud noises at 10 in the morning. I don't know what a RT is, but you can use your imagination. Alright, we got Soul Grinder, Brawler, and Blue Slayer. You know, people that don't have their brain is just so small they can't think about other people. Yeah, one of those. Alright, already read that. What are we getting? Some armor. Some books, some gems, some writs, Justice Tarot. Create a ghost gem. There's a 7% chance of an extra turn for each blue gem on the board. Pretty crazy when you have your window closed, you have headphones on, you're talking, and you can still hear like a super loud noise. Like, means you're a RT, whatever that is. What's an RT? I don't know. That's what they are. Let's see what y'all are saying. We gotta do, what else is going on. Let's do that first. Alright, so what else is going on this week? It's a Glacial Peaks week. You're gonna do Glacial Peaks Underspire, Glacial Peaks Epic Trials. You're gonna be working on your raid event for your guild. Probably gonna do a certain amount of PvP every day, etc. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we have Mirrored Halls, I think. Wednesday, we have a new pet. It's the cat pet for Cat Day. Thursday, we have Frost Mage class event. And then Friday, we have the Vault event. And the new Mythic comes out of the drop table at the same time. As soon as you're doing Vault event, the new Mythic's out of the drop table. That's one way to think about it. So that was that chapter. Let's see what y'all are saying. Trying to find my spot. It's not my birthday yet. Yeah, all stats boosted with Empress on Ketris. So yeah, it's very potent. I would just recommend something that hits all enemies instead. But if you only have Ketris and you only have Empress, it's still a good choice, yeah. It's a good idea. Scarfate says Fade Dragon. Fade Dragoon would work well with MM Mythic from campaign as its freeze gems. New Mythic, Fade Dragoon. Oh, yeah. Glory Shop Troop 9 times out of 10 isn't going to be anything great. Like, we had Daughter of Time. We had, like, I'm trying to think of good Glory Shop troops. I think Daughter of Time, Centurigon. We get them every once in a while, but most of the time it's just like another arena troop or another troop for the kingdom. Most of the time it's not going to be something great, but every once in a while we get a good Glory Shop troop. It's kind of like a new Mythic. Every once in a while we get a good new Mythic. You just got to look at the overall, how many troops are in the game, and how many of them are actually good. And that will give you an idea of the percent of the time that a Glory Shop troop's going to be good, or the percent of the time that a new Mythic's going to be good. Underspire team, yep, we're going to do that. Midwinter Lycan or Daughter of Time. Don't forget to knock out those treasure maps, yeah, right. King of Ravens is good, I agree. I like King of Ravens. Alright, what's next? Underspire? What's in the adventure board? Ooh, look at that. That's 2 days in a row, right? Didn't we have, like, purple deeds with an Imperial deed the other day? Now we got brown deeds with an Imperial deed. So make sure you're doing that. Two bosses, okay. Alright, let's check it out. We have the Underspire for Glacial Peaks. Real tool or real trash? It's a real tool with some real trash. Most likely. Okay, so you could do Glacia again. You could do the King of Ravens, Daughter of Time thing. That's probably going to be later on, though. Maybe I'll build both of them. It looks like it's going to be the same thing as the raid event, but you just take the raid troop off. We know how this goes. If you've been playing the game for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you kind of start to figure out how this game works. And you made a team for the raid event. you can bring that team over to the Underspire and just make a tweak, and you pretty much will be okay. Same thing like with world event teams, and normally it's the same restriction, you know? It's not like we're going to reinvent the wheel and make a whole different team here. It's probably going to be pretty similar. So to start out, we'd probably just do Glacial. Except for, I think... Oh, we can't use every single weapon. So yeah, I guess we go back to this. I could probably just copy-paste that team over, and then... There's our start. Maybe we throw... I hate how they're the same. I hate this so much. You guys don't hate this as much as I do? I hate this. That gets on my nerves so bad. Like, couldn't they have made Immortal Glacial, like, one different color? Or the dragon, one different color? Or, you know, King of the Ravens and Skady. Is there any other kingdom where all the mythics are the same exact color? Like, there's only one that isn't. And then you have 4 out of 5 are the same exact color. That gets on my nerves so much. It's like a pet peeve, I guess. We can't, like... Now I feel like not using King of the Ravens. So we got 2 mana generators. We got a damage dealer. I don't think anything else in this kingdom does true damage, huh? Maybe just throw Daughter of Time on there for now. Or you could do another damage dealer. It's up to you. Could do Frost Feather, maybe. Could put Borealis in first slot. Maybe. That might be fun. Glacial could still catch purple. That might be fun. Just doing this for funsies. And now our summon will actually work. If our Borealis... This might work the whole way, too. Yeah, I think I might go with that. Alright, let's see. Got blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. Once again, we probably could minus brown, so we could start there. Probably gonna want blue. Let's start there. So, Frostfire Banner's good again. And Assassin's Banner is decent again, because you want to help that weapon get up. If you miss on the Daughter of Ice, the only other way you got to mana generate is that weapon, so it's kind of... Probably gonna go with that again. And then class. Guess just Frost Mage again. Maybe switch to Elementalist later on so you don't get your stuff pushed. Alright, let's see how it goes. I'll put a chapter. Underspire. High. 109-ish. Save. Yesterday was purple, announced today is brown. Yep. Timestamp, yep. Scarface says Winter Reach PvP team Bork 3000, Tina, Immortal Titaness. That's exactly what I did, I think. Or something. I was like trying to use Titaness though. I don't know if it's a good team, but I think I did the exact same thing, so that's cool. Great minds think alike. Alright, let's get this. We did not have our conversion. Remember, Underspire starts a little bit slower because you don't have potions. I wonder if we're going to be able to freeze as much as I want to. Guess we just take yellow. There we go. Just trying to get up Glacial. You could do something other than, Borealis for the early fights. I was trying to show you one that might make it the whole way. Alright, everybody should at least do this much. Every single person in the game. Especially if you're above, like, level 400 or so. Get your free lantern. Even if you don't plan on doing any other fights after this. At least do that. It's like the bare minimum. Shout out to Tyrion for that idea. So I wasn't even doing it at first. And then he said to do it, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Why would you not grab your lantern? They carry over to the next week. You can stack up a bunch of lanterns. Whether you're doing the Underspire or not. Here's our weapon. This might kill... Oh, it's just one enemy. Never mind. We're just gonna keep working on our Glacia. Oops. Bang, 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 bang. Let's do one more with this. I should have went the whatever way was the highest level. Summoning weapons make it easier, yeah. Sometimes that Diamantina or that Ruby Wrath will get you, so... True, true, true. Might need an Anu for this team, since Glacia is so mana hungry. Might want a Glacia. Or a Anu. Little 20% starter with 30, that's like 7 mana, which is better than nothing. Let's make that change and then do one more fight, and then we'll be on to the next team. We got 13 and 10. I bet you this was 10 too, so it probably doesn't matter. Get out. Go up here. Do Anu. Grab your tribute. Go back. Underspire. Alright, last fight with this one. And I'll try to make something without Glacia. It's probably going to be the same as the raid. I might not make 3 teams again, but... I could show you that King of the Ravens team, maybe, but... Still thinking about it, maybe. Whoops! Hey, that worked, though. That was a good whoops. And highest level, we got 16. We got 18, so we're going to 18. Something like that. The Borealis later on is gonna... It has 65% skull reduction, so it'll not die. It deals triple skull damage versus frozen enemies, and you can freeze them with this. Plus your Frost Mage will probably freeze something too. This is kind of just for like later on to help you survive, to help you do more damage with skulls. And then you can summon if you happen to lose this tanky Borealis somehow. You can still summon something else back in. Then you got your Glacia doing most of the damage. Daughter of Ice for the quick start. Red to blue. That's the idea for that team. Take off the raid troop, put on Borealis, throw Borealis on the top, and there you go. Alright, let's try to make one without Glacia. Or should we do the King of the Ravens team first? So what I do with this guy is I just do Daughter of Time and King of Ravens. It's a little bit slower. And then you want like a explodey weapon. You probably just do the same one maybe. Moon Shard is yellow-red. This one is green-red. I think this one's better. And just one more. Just do another. You could do some. Nope. Same stupid colors. Frost Feather, maybe? For some more damage? See how it fits in. Doesn't really fit in, does he? Maybe if you go like this. What else would you do? Maybe Ulor? Kind of annoying. Or you could just do the Daughter of Ice. You could do Saga instead of Frostfeather. Just slightly more damage. Just another idea. This isn't... Okay, we got a green. We could do... Get a lot of green. We could do Archer. And then the banner. Get a lot of green. We got green, red, yellow, blue. We're missing brown again. Yeah, probably this. I don't know, though. Yeah. Alright, let's see how this one goes. Just a different team. Still a high-level team, but a different high-level team. Yeah, I could put a timestamp. I think this will work. Usually King of the Ravens, Daughter of Time works, so... $116.15. And I'll try to make a low-level team after this. Let's get our weapon up. We gotta do that. We're gonna blow up all this. It's gonna blow up blue. So you're gonna hit this extra turn. It's gonna blow up this blue. It's kind of the idea is just to keep it on your turn. Okay. Is that next to blue? Yes. We got this up here first. Extra turn. There's King of Ravens. You gotta throw this up there. Alright, now you do King of Ravens. Okay. We win. But you would be able to keep going, keep it on your turn. It's gonna be hard to show right now because the fights are just too easy. But the goal would be to keep it on your turn, so match the yellow Hourglass Gem if you have to. Blow up blue next to the Hourglass Gem, and then cast King of the Ravens, blow up the purple next to the Hourglass Gem, and you'll get extra turns on all that stuff. So first thing, get up your weapon. And we just gotta get everybody up. The enemy, you just won't get a turn most of the time. I mean, you're draining them too, so if they get a turn, they just take mana. They do nothing. Extra turn. Just gotta get it going. Extra turn there. Extra turn there. Extra turn there. Guess we cast this. Okay. Take that. Take that. Wish we had our weapon. That first fight went so much better. Green and red. No. Okay, we got that. Let's cast it. Let's go. Alright, now we're moving. Now they'll never get another turn. Okay, next to purple or next to blue. If it's next to purple, you do that. Because you want to do damage. But it's still our turn. It's one of those type of teams where you just try to keep it on your turn the whole time. If you don't have Glacia for some reason, or for some reason Glacia's not working later on, you could try this. And Frostfeather doesn't have to be. You could do something else. Just try not to block King of the Ravens too bad. He's catching purple at least down here. Just a bonus team. Now what? What would a low-level person... What is my new account gonna do? What are we gonna do? Anybody have any ideas? Price Saga. Yoke the Ham is here. Ruben's here. Alright, see ya, Scarfade. EVP does cost a lot of energy, huh? A good whoops, I know. So low-level players, we can't use any of this top stuff. Not even the Mirror Queen. It's everything under Sir Nunus. Yeah, Sana showed me that. I think they fixed the PvP experience issue. Yep. Which I never really cared too much about, but I know that's stupid. I hate that there's stuff like that in the game, so I'm glad that it's fixed. We could still use Daughter of Time. We could still do Daughter of Time with an explodey weapon. That could still be a thing. And then we definitely need some damage. Maybe Saga. Maybe like double Saga? I don't know. It's like your only damage dealer. It sucks. Got 2 green troops. Well, we could just use Archer. I'd probably rather do the... Keep using this. It's giving a buff. Probably need more damage. Maybe double Saga? Could try that. And then we'll do Archer, Greenstorm, Banner. Price still good. So you're just doing what you can do with this one. If you don't have Glacial, it's pretty crazy. So you're pretty low level. So you're kind of just doing... You're going to like the second boss with this team. We're not talking like 7th boss. So did I put a chapter? If I didn't, I'm doing it now. Underspire. Low. 122. Alright, let's see how it works. First 2 troops are going to be your mana generators, and like bottom 2 are going to be your damage dealers. We got to get up that weapon. Could take skulls. There's the weapon. Could take skulls. Not bad. I think it'll make it to the second boss. Need to buy torches. I buy 2 every day to make it to the last boss. I even forgot last week and I still made it. I think I forgot at least one day last week. I had to buy some on Sunday, which you usually don't have to if you do it every day. But I still made it. I think I bought once on Sunday, maybe twice. On Saturday, I think I bought 3 times, though, to make up for the time I didn't buy. If you're not going to do Underspire on, like, a Wednesday or something, make sure you still buy your torches. It's better to buy, like, 2 every day or 1 every day than have to scramble at the end of the week and buy 3. You'll save yourself some gems. Alright, let's do 1 more. And I'll show the team code, and then what's left? I don't know. Not much. I could show you PvP, I guess. I don't think it helps very much, though. Could take skulls, especially early like this. This red. Skulls. Weapon. I think I missed a brown extra turn, but oh well. Got this. That. Weapon again. Extra turn. Saga win. So yeah, Saga's your savior if you don't have Glacial. In the raid event and in the Underspire. I'm gonna have to look at my new account because I don't know what it's got. I forget. Ruben says, sorry I'm late. Need a high-level team when you get a chance. Yeah, I just showed it. You can go back in the stream a little bit. You need it for raid, or Underspire? That's what's cool about a stream. You can just, like, go back in the stream. And then, like, once you see the team, you could come back to live. Sauna says, I think the Immortals will be the new first Mythic if they play PvP. Yeah, me too. It's weird because that's what always happens to me. I start a new account and then they put something in the game that changes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a dragon first, but I probably would have got an immortal first if I started the new account after the 8.0 update. I started the new account playthrough before the 8.0 update, and my first mythic was a cosmic dragon. But if I'd started it after the 8.0 update, my first mythic was probably going to be an immortal. But it's still like, you know, I got Luna, and then I got an immortal, and then I started getting, like, regular mythics. So it's going to be the same thing, except for flip-flopped. Probably going to get an immortal, then a dragon, then other mythics. Depends, because you're throwing random keys, you can get a random mythic at any time, but I didn't. So if you have bad luck with keys, you're going to get immortal, dragon, then start getting random mythics. And then it's going to be a SOULFORGE mythic, and then it's going to be an event key mythic. That's kind of the order it goes these days, I feel. Immortal, then dragon, then random mythic, then SOULFORGE mythic, then event key mythic last. And those are all the ways to get mythics. Unless you're buying, like, the campaign pass or stuff like that. Like, free to play, that's the way it's going to go. And it could be a little bit flip-flopped. You might get the dragon first. You might get the SOULFORGE mythic before the random mythic if you're super unlucky. But I think the event key mythic's going to be last. And the immortal's going to be first. And then in the middle there, it's going to be... So, immortal, dragon. It could be immortal, random mythic, then dragon. But, yeah. I think you get the gist. For the raid, I used Glacia, Immortal Glacia. I used the Ice Sapphire, Immortal Glacia, the boss killer, and I think Daughter of Ice. Frost Mage. So yeah, I think that's everything. We could check out PvP if you want. I got Citadel Wars here. Mech. We got Knight. Why'd they pick Knight? I forgot to vote. Don't they pick these? There's Lucifer. Got Guards Avatar, Sir Quentin Hadley, I guess. You got Ulf Harrigan. Ulf might be good for, he does true damage and he summons. He might be decent for Citadel Wars. We got Mech. Bet you most people will do Mech. We got Glacia. Winter's Reach. This is Winter's Reach, so she would do double damage. She's all over the place this week. And most people have her, so... I got Titanus as well. We're doing true damage. Maybe like a Tina? Which is like a bunch of mana generation. Like Bork and a weapon. The wand, like always. Okay. Who would you cast first? Really doesn't matter. Do Mechanist or Elementalist? I'll try Mechanist. banner, we got yellow, brown, we got yellow again, we got brown again. Alright, yellow, brown. What are we gonna minus? We got yellow, brown, purple, blue, red, green, we got everything, so... Purple might be fine. Maybe green. Maybe this. Tina's on the bottom anyway. Let's try it. Let me put a chapter. This is PvP. This will be the last thing we do. Unless you guys have any questions or anything like that, you guys can always make it longer if you have questions or want to chat about something. But I got a lot of crap to do today, so I'm not, like, trying to make this super long if I don't have to. Alright, we got skulls. Got a red extra turn. Got the wand. Uh-oh. Hope that don't happen during a Citadel War fight. Go. Should we look at the board? Just in case. Like right here. It's a lot of crap up there. It's hard to look at almost. Alright, let's do this. Woo! She's doing double damage. Yeah, you can't use the wand in raids. You gotta use like a boreal crystal or that weapon I showed for the last thing. There's stuff in the SOULFORGE you could grab. Or the weapon you get from the raid event. You're gonna buy up to the weapon anyway. That moon shard is fine. Alright, let's do the dang thing. Now, are we gonna have trouble with, like... Probably not. Alright, first thing, look at the enemies. Is this gonna be hard? No, so we're not gonna use our talisman. If the fight looks hard, if there's 3 choices and they're all hard, then I use my swift talisman. Sometimes you can get tricked, though. You think it's not hard, then it is. Come on. Oh, you missed, you jerk. Missing isn't fun. Let's try again. There you go. Alright, extra turns. Are we frozen anywhere? No. Here's up here, we got this. Down here, we got that. Anything else? I don't see anything. No? Let's do this. They summoned, but who cares? Let's try this one. Got Glacial. That should finish them off. Alright, 1 Citadel War fight down. 5 to go. Alright, we got... Let's look at everybody. Smashobot, Life and Death, Smashobot, Tink. That might be sneaky. Tina, Bork, Tina, a Boreal Crystal. Then we got Amethyst Band, Tina, Ironhawk, Mechator. Weird. I'm gonna fight them, weirdly. Let's try it. I know it's the hardest enemy, but it was either the first fight or that last fight. The middle one looked kind of tricky. And we're frozen, that's great. Okay. Let's wand it. Good old wand. Any extra turns? No? Yeah, kinda. Right there. Alright, let's do Glacia. It's a good start. Let me see, is there any extra turns? Before we go casting. No. Tina. Woo! We haven't killed nobody yet. Got a hit. Nope, missed. Uh-oh. They're getting all kinds of stuff. Alright. Any extra turns? Alright, you got a hit. Missed. Oh, it's hurting. Uh-oh. Keep freaking missing. What is going on there? It's alright. We're okay. It's just close. I'm on wand. Oh yeah, middle fingers. That was a middle fingers fight. Got him. That was close though. If they survived one more and then they shot a Tina back at me, like that was... They could have got me there. I probably should have used a Swift Talisman. We got Nutcracker, sweet. Nutcracker with double Tina. Got Bork double Tina. We got Nutcracker, Tina, Obsidian Libram, Titan. They all look pretty difficult here. I think I'll go with the Nutcracker, though. And we'll definitely use our Swift Talisman. And what's our medals on? Let's take off the Anu. So you don't need... Like, Anu is worthless if you're using a Swift Talisman. So might as well go to Nisha. Go back to Mech. Go back to Citadel Wars. Go back to this person, right? Yes. Put on our Swift Talisman. Which I have plenty of. Why'd I do that? Alright. Here we go. Might be another tough one. Yeah, the Libram didn't want to fight it. Okay. We are not frozen. We have Bork. We also have this. I'm really only using Bork if the wand's not up, but if the wand misses, kind of sucks. I might use the Bork. I knew I had like one turn there. Leeway. And we do this first, I guess. I got that spell block. Those Tinas really survived, man. Kill a Tina! No. Alright, Juan, do your thing. Thank you. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Alright, who's gonna hit harder? 41 or a big ol' range? I think Tina actually... Well, it's double. So that's like 82. Boosted by frozen enemies. No frozen enemies. It's supposed to do... It's gonna do 82 guaranteed. Or this could do up to 132. I think we do Tina. Yeah! Suck it. Prismatic Orb, Tesla's Engine, Sparkinator, Ironhawk, definitely fighting you, and I'm gonna take off my panties. I'll fight you with no panties on. 'Cause that's how much I'll fight you with it all the way out. It's a distraction. Distracting you. I don't even need it. That's how worried I am. I'll fight you with no shorts on. Let's do this, because I don't know. And then... Okay. I think we figured out this hits harder. We'll do that first. And then, yeah, bang, bang. Cool. Winning. Charlie Sheen. It's the Guardian. Definitely don't use your Swift Talismans on that. Alright, Sana, we'll see ya. Get some rest. I barely slept last night, so I'm pretty tired too. These days, I really don't like Wand and Class Elementalist in PvP. It's like they force you to use those. Yep. That's like been Guild Wars, PvP. It's been like that for a while. They were trying to make it to where everybody wouldn't do that, but most people still do that. Alright, the Guardian fight. Shouldn't be too bad. Got rid of one of them. Okay. Let's make sure there's no crazy extra turns for them to take. Win! Okay, one more fight and then we're done for the day. Unless anybody has any questions. Swift Talismans. Alright, who do we got? Drill Shooter, Flame Cannon. Definitely fighting you with no panties on. Smash the like button, yeah. There's many ways to help the channel. Coming to the stream is number 1. Number 2, hit the like. Number 3, chatting and leaving comments. Number 4, share it out. Tell a bunch of people. Everybody's in a guild. I literally know everybody here is in a guild. So even if you think you don't have anywhere to shout out the channel, you do. You could go to your guild chat. I know it's kind of annoying. You could do it one time maybe and just be like, I'm sorry, but, you know, I'm trying to help my buddy here. Sinnycool is streaming. Go subscribe. And then maybe some people actually have like a Discord, or you could shout me out on a forum, or just tell your uncle. There's always something. Tell Uncle Bob. Uncle George. Uncle Fred. And you can run those playlists. That'd be cool. It's like the extra mile. Hope I didn't scare off the professor. I feel like if anybody was annoyed with me right now, probably be the professor. And I don't know, I think it was the whole new mythic thing. And I'm flip-flopping on it. I'm still deciding, so. He was leaving comments on every video being so awesome. Yeah, I'm like a self-saboteur. Hopefully he's not... Yeah. I say that. I always say, like, where's Livewire, right? I probably said something at some point, I'm sure. If I go back in time, we look at where's the last stream Livewire was here. We could probably see I said something crazy. And that's why. I hate that I even have to worry about that. Shouldn't have to. It's like sometimes the things that you guys say, I'm not looking at the name of the person that's saying it. I'm just reading the chat, and then I'm responding, and sometimes I respond with whatever. Lots of ranty energy. But it's not like I'm putting you down or calling you stupid or actually talking to you or anything. I just see something, I read something, and then I go ranty crazy about it. Don't even take offense. It's usually a good thing, because it keeps the stream entertaining, and I appreciate it. But I can see how it could be taken the wrong way and everything. I just hope most people here are past that point. Yeah, that's good. Tell your cousin Vinny. Tell your granny, right? Alright, so we did that. If I was going to continue for the day, I like to say this these days, because I don't want you all thinking this is all I'm doing. Like, some people will stream, and all they do is stream, like, what they're doing for the day. Let's open these burning chests. I got burning chests. But this isn't, like, all I'm doing for the day. Everything I'm doing today, I'm trying to help you out. And I'm not playing my account, quote unquote. I'm not like, this isn't the way I would play if I wasn't streaming. I'm just everything I'm doing today is to try to help people watching. So it's not looking like exactly like it would look if I was just playing without an audience. Let's open these burning chests, though, since you guys are here. Let's make sure I don't have any extra ones. Season. You know you have to collect this or else the progress does not count. Like, if you forget to collect it, like that 472 out of 2,000, I just wasted all of that. I'm pretty sure, even though it still says it. Somebody asked about that on the forum. Or maybe it's the other one. Maybe it's this one. One of the two, you have to collect it or it doesn't count. You gotta be careful and, like, check this sporadically. Because, one of them, it doesn't count. It don't keep going. It don't, like, you waste if you don't collect. I just collected an XP booster like a dummy. Probably shouldn't have done that. And we got 4 burning chests. Let's see what we get. You could say something like, "Yeah, I went to the grocery store." I'll be like, the grocery store, people standing in the middle of the aisle, blah, blah, blah. But it ain't about you. You just mentioned the thing that I'm ranty about. Or, hey, the new Mythic. You could just say, new Mythic. I like the new Mythic. Or, I have a cool team for the new Mythic. And then I'm going to go, new Mythic. Everybody thinks it's like the new Nomapalooza, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't mean I'm saying, like, you think that. Or that you're stupid. Or that I think whatever about you. It's just that I read your message and then I went off on a ranty rant. Not directed at you. Ooh, I probably should have opened those before I started playing today, but I didn't even remember that I had them. Alright, I got a bunch of Duke, except for the Glacial one. That's the other thing people have been complaining about on the forum. Keep getting silver marks. Man, I could have had him vulnerable that whole time. Alright. That's cool. So yeah, unless you guys have any questions, I think I'm done for the day. I gotta go do a bunch of stinking work. I gotta think about moving. I gotta go run an errand or two. At least Miss Cindy's off work today, so I don't have to do that. Never flash people. News flash. I thought you said never flash. News flash. People have short fuses. Yeah. I'm not, for sure. Like, I might go back and, like, okay, like, right now I know, I think the professor was saying, like, the thing about, how the new Mythic with the prismatic orb, and he sent me off down that whole thing, and I don't know if he took offense, but it was definitely not directed at him, and definitely wasn't meant to be offensive to him, but you never know. Somebody could take offense and then never watch again, so that's what sucks. But yeah, I apologize if he took it the wrong way. And I'm not, you know, it's a new thing. Nobody's going to be 100% correct about a brand new thing right away. No matter who, I'm not, you're not, nobody is. So, nobody should take offense to an opinion about a brand new thing that we've only had for like 4 days now, and at the time we had only had for like minutes. Newsflash, people, it's about 40 years too late, right? Set in my ways. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Which is tomorrow, around 9:30 a.m. EST. I've been trying to get on here earlier, but today I was like 5 minutes late, so that was not earlier. So yeah, something like that. Thanks for joining me today, Mark, Anita, Sauna, Yoke. Maybe I can go comment. Maybe I can go respond to one of Professor's comments. That's an idea. Yoke the Ham, Sauna, Ruben. It's like we haven't seen him since Friday, right? I'm not tripping. Yoke the Ham, Mark, Sauna, Ruben, Scarfade. Should be like a compliment that I'm even thinking about a singular person and them not being here, you know? Not that that's, you know, I'm just saying, like we went to a stream the other day and, like, the person didn't even remember me. Like, the streamer could not even remember you if they wanted to. And I try to remember everybody and things about y'all, if I can. Mark, Sana, Scarfade, Anita, Philip, Pizza Time, Tyrion Shark. We got Scarfade, we got Sana, we got Pizza Time. Anita with the gifted, thank you so much. Gonna help me move. It's not my birthday yet, though. That's in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. Sana with another one. I see that. Thank you. Went to RC Duce. Feel like RC Duce's been missing. But hey, we got Scarfade today, so that's worth it. Sana's other gifted up here for Jonathan Kalmbach. And Anita's went to Patrick C. Classic was here again. Appreciate it. Doesn't even play this game and still shows up. Extra credit. Pizza Time, Sana. Mark with the 2. Same birthday. Birthday brothers. Brothers from another mothers. Vishal was here. Sana's first gifted went to Dre Santi. You crushed it today. You're like a freaking Wonder Woman or something. Ali Bandy. Wonder Woman as well with that Tower of Doom action. That's scouting. Like a professional scout. Mark was first, Sana was second, and Ali was third. And that's it. John was here! We talked about you the other day, John. You got like a member, I think you got gifted, and I was like, hey, I know that guy. I know John. He's been around a long time. But thanks, John. Appreciate it, man. Helps a lot. But have a good day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. You're the best. Peace out. Good luck. Do good. I hurt my leg. I hurt my leg.